Hey, how's everyone doing this evening? This is New York Dan here. Is that thing on? Yeah. Greetings. Greetings. How's everybody today? Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. This will be either my night/early morning chat. Yup. Guys, this is really bad. Well, there's a lot of things really bad. I'm going to do a Tater update video as well. I'll do that separate. But there's more stuff bad. By the way, some real bad stuff's going on with Tater. This is not good, guys. Yeah, I'll do this separate. We'll keep them separated. Today, right now, we'll talk some Sarasota Tim and some days events, stuff going on, and some health. It's Wellness Month on my channel in December, and I got some good news for you. I have a whole article here. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm going to tell you about it. That's coming up tonight. Okay, a couple of really bad things going on in the world. The Brown University shooting and Rob Reiner shot with his wife. My mistake. Stabbed. Dead. Unfortunately, dead. His wife and him are deceased. I'm shocked. I'm shocked, guys. This stuff, the last 2 days have been crazy. A lot of bad stuff going on. Yeah. I got me notes right here, lads. All kinds of junk going on today with Sarasota as well. I'm going to tell you some stuff I learned here about Rob Reiner. To start off with, let me say this. Last night I reported that the Brown University, I had mentioned that they found the guy, and I was just saying how I was saying hats off to them for finding the guy, because the video footage they released on the news, you could barely see the guy. He was so dressed up. The Northeast is so cold this time of year with these storms. The guy was all, I was just saying this last night. I'm like, I'm surprised they found him. He must have not brought a change of clothes. He must have identified him by what he was wearing. Well, turns out they found the wrong guy. Yeah, they were staking out nearby hotels, and they found the man who apparently had some guns, and they thought he may have been the suspect. They ran ballistics on his guns today, and they found out that they don't match. And he was in the area of where the shooting was, where Brown University was, but I guess he wasn't. They ruled him out. They said it's not him. They released him today. Yeah, this is really bad. It's Michael Jackson bad. They still haven't found the suspect. No, the manhunt continues. And here I was saying hats off. They found the guy last night. Hats off to them. No, it's bad news. And why would somebody do this? And here they were saying, how do they even know this? They said it's someone from the Midwest, the guy that did it. Maybe that's the first guy they caught. Maybe he lives in the Midwest. So that's probably all bogus information. Brown University, Rhode Island, that's where it's located. It's further north than where I am, on Long Island. This time of year, you could call it Wrong Island. It's messed up. So cold and miserable out there. So hopefully they can figure this out. Very strange event. Why would somebody go to a university? It's mental illness. It's mental illness is what it is. They shot at students. It's not even like, I was saying, well, if it was someone that failed out of the university, they probably would be going after a professor or a staff member that gave them problems. Not students that are there, random students. Very strange stuff, guys. What are they accomplishing? It's mental illness. It's really sad. And on that note, believe it or not, the same thing I believe is responsible for Rob Reiner's death and his wife, Michelle. Yeah, it's mental illness. They think his son's name is Nick. They think he did it. Authorities have him detained. He's being held. I read that the bail was set at like $4 million, and he's being held without posting bail. Man, oh man. That is very scary stuff. Oh, here's a comment is coming through here. I'll read it later. That's a bad habit. I shouldn't get distracted. Oh, you guys were saying don't look at the screen, look at the camera. Well, I don't even know where the camera is. Where is the camera? I can't find it. Is it on this side? Is it on this side? I don't know. I'll have to deal with that later. Hopefully I'm good. Close enough, right? These damn iPhones, they don't, come on, put the camera in the middle of the screen, huh? Jeez Louise. So, okay, Rob Reiner, let's get into business here. Let's talk about what happened. His son, Nick, this is like worst case scenario, guys. This is one of the reasons why I kind of am feeling good that I don't have any kids that I know about. You imagine having your own son to worry about? Somebody you can't trust, your own son? This is bad. Man. And apparently, I was watching on the news media today, there were clips of his son and Rob Reiner made an appearance on like talk show. And when they actually worked together, Rob got him a golden opportunity to direct, and they filmed a movie about, I guess, rehab and drug addiction and like kind of the story of what he's been through. And it was called About Charlie. That was the name of it. Yeah, apparently his son had been in rehab 18 times. Man. This is a bad scenario, guys. I cannot believe this. I'm going to tell you, guys, you know who, in case you don't, Rob Reiner, he was the guy that played Michael Stivic in All in the Family, or on All in the Family with Archie Bunker. You guys remember that show? Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. Archie would call him the meathead. Yeah, he had long hair back then. He was married to Archie's daughter, Michael Stivic. And he was always preaching to Archie. He was always open-minded, and he was a leftist. Yeah, he was always preaching leftist stuff, radical. Back then, back in the day, those were hippies, you'd call them. They were like all about free love and free protests, and they definitely against government, against conservative government. Yeah, All in the Family. Now, one of these days, I keep saying this on my channel, I am on Long Island in New York, and I'm a stone's throw away from Queens, New York, and that's where All in the Family, that's what it was based on. Archie Bunker living in Queens, New York. He was a cab driver. And they actually filmed in the beginning of the the show, when they go down the street, that is a real street in Queens where his house is supposedly was. Now, granted, a lot of it is filmed like in a movie set, but that's the real deal when they show the beginning of that show. And I'm going to go and film for you guys Archie Bunker's real-time house in New York. We're going to pay you to visit and see what it looks like and the area around there. And maybe we'll go to a cafe nearby and get something to eat, and I'll show you guys what the area, the neighborhood looks like. Yeah, I can easily do this. I'll probably have to take the train in. I had an idea of bringing that e-bike with me. Yeah. You guys got to give me a pass, though. Yeah, you know why? We got really bad weather here in New York, and it's not like I'm in Bradenton where it's like warm out and good weather all the time. Yeah, you got to give me a pass. You can subscribe for free, and you'll be notified. Put the bell on. You'll be notified when I get to doing all this stuff. It's all coming up. The boat. I have a 25-foot boat I'm going to be running. Everything. It's going to be coming up on the channel. I'll make it happen. You just got to be patient. So, Archie Bunker's place, that's definitely something to check into. I want to see it myself, even if I wasn't doing the channel. I just want to go there and see what it's like. I'm definitely going to film it. Yeah, I used to watch that show, and I just can't believe what happened here. This guy, Rob Reiner, he was also a director later in life, and he was actually in the movie Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I think he was the dad or whatnot, if I remember right, in Wall Street. Legendary actor. However, believe it or not, in real life, he was just as much as someone that was radically left politically, like that. What you saw on All in the Family with Archie Bunker, that was not really an act. I think that's the real deal. That's how Mike Stivic, Rob Reiner, that's how he actually was in real life, I'm thinking. Yeah. He lived in California. He was very much toward the left. And I don't know what happened. His son, he had a daughter as well. The daughter found the bodies. I saw an interview with his son on the one of the talk shows, and man, I just don't know. There's something I felt, just my opinion, I felt like something was off with his son when I saw the son. I'm like, I kind of have an intuition as to who I can trust and who I can't trust. I kind of feel I can pick up a vibe. Yeah, something was off. It's very, very scary that something like that would happen. I mean, obviously, this guy has a lot of money. I'm sure money was a non-issue. It's pure mental illness if the guy stabs his own parents. What on earth is going on? And why is he in rehab 18 times? He got into drugs. He let drugs take him over. It's very sad. Very sad, guys. I don't know. Here's a really crazy question to put out there. Would this kid have turned out to do this if Archie Bunker was his father? Huh. There's something really far out to ponder. Yeah. Would he have turned out that way if Archie was his father? We don't know. So that's what they think happened. They think it's his own son. And actually, one of you guys, I should have given credit to who that was on my channel. Let's see if I can find it. My comments are Oh man, this is going to be a lot of comments though. I definitely wanted to give you credit. There was a commenter that said on the video, okay, I know if I can find which video it is, I can probably get to it because there are a lot of comments here to scroll through. But yeah, let's see, where was that? It was last night. Let's see. Pretty sure it was that video. Yeah. Oh, here it is right here. Last night, Gulf Coast Clones. You posted it that Rob Reiner was stabbed by his own kid, and that was the first I heard of it. I didn't find that anywhere in the media. Only today did I hear that. So I got to give you credit. That was breaking news, and you were right on that. Yeah. Amazing. And 23 hours ago. Give credit where credit's due. And R.I.P. poor Rob Reiner. Yeah, whether your views are conservative or to the left, you have to respect that Rob Reiner did some good directing. He was a good actor, and he was a good guy. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that was a mean guy or anything like that. Yeah, I think we have to give respect to him, and it's a sad day that he passed away. He was a legend. R.I.P. Rob Reiner. By the way, did you know Dick Van Dyke turned 100? And there used to be a show, the Dick Van Dyke Show. You guys may have seen it. It was on the air. It was in black and white. Yeah. Why am I bringing this up? You won't believe this. Rob Reiner's dad was actually a writer for the Dick Van Dyke Show. Rob Reiner grew up very close to where Archie lived, or very close to his fictitious residence in Queens. Yeah, Rob Reiner's from Long Island, or the city, Queens. That's where he grew up. And his dad worked writing the Dick Van Dyke Show. It used to be on. You'd watch it on a black and white TV, though, before the color sets came out. You'd have to watch it on black and white. The Dick Van Dyke Show. Yup. So, yeah, and hats off to Dick Van Dyke making it to 100. And he's doing well. It's all about health is wealth. That's what it's all about, guys. Yup. So, man. Okay, let's go. Let's switch gears here. It's hard to switch gears after you've been talking about this stuff. It's like I'm kind of in shock about all this stuff going on. Oh, by the way, Rob Reiner, his late wife was Penny Marshall. You guys may know her. She was from the Laverne and Shirley show. Yeah. Penny Marshall. Now I'm trying to think, which one did she play, Laverne or Shirley? And apparently, in the notes here, I wrote down something happened at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party. Rob Reiner was there. Maybe his son was there too. And something, they got into some kind of an argument was going on. Something happened that set it off. Man, what's going on here? People get set off at parties. And then you got Tater with the party tent. Sounds like the same kind of thing almost. Something strange going on. Anyway, let's switch gears here. We're going to do abrupt shift. It's not going to be smooth. We're going to grind some gears here getting into this. We're going to talk Sarasota Tim. And let's see, where did I put my Tim? Okay, this is the Tim stuff. Okay, so what he's been up to today, man, he had a whole bunch of merchandise in bags from Walmart on the counter of his camper, and he said his trailer, his RV trailer, and he said, I'm doing some returns today. I'm going to be returning all this stuff at Walmart. You will not believe this, and I think he is up to some tricky stuff. He showed a phone case he got. Apparently, I guess he bought it. It was supposed to be a genuine Apple case, and he claims they sent him. I think he got it from Walmart.com. He was going to bring the stuff back to Walmart. That's the gig. So he claims they sent him a counterfeit case. It was like somebody put the wrong case in the box and they returned it. Yeah, and he was saying it was a scammer. Scammer did that. Well, I'm really skeptical of that, because usually these big box stores, especially like when you order something online, they usually check this stuff pretty good. I've never had anything arrive online that was like switched out like that, something weird. I have a feeling, and this makes it even more suspicious, later in the day, Tim was at the store or at Walmart in his truck, and he was showing us this new orange Apple iPhone case that he bought and boasting about it. And it's the real deal. It's not a fake case. I wonder, was that the case that really came in that box? And did Tim put one of the cheap cases in that he bought at the mall, at one of those cell phone shops? Did he switch it into that case and return it to Walmart? It's very suspicious, guys. He says he ordered the real case he wanted, and they sent him a counterfeit one, and then it shows him where he magically bought the real case, and it's a $50 case. I don't know about this. I think he's pulling something. I think he returned the junky case and tried to get the money back, and he said a scammer switched it. Has he been scammed, or is he the scammer? Who knows? Who knows? But I couldn't help but notice that in the video. So he also claimed he bought a bunch of jeans, and for some reason he's returning it to Walmart. He said he's raising money so that he can take a motorcycle trip on the Gold Wing. This is the premise. This is what he's up to. He's on the skids, folks. He needs all the money he can get. He said he was going by BJ's, and he mentioned that he can't spend much money on buying meat. He just can't afford it. He's got to conserve money to go on this trip. This is bad. So he returned a bunch of stuff to get money back, and then apparently he bought a tent and a sleeping pad. His goal, he was boasting about this morning, he got this harebrained idea. He's going to get, I had that chili with jalapenos. You saw in the video I posted earlier. Yeah, a little bit of, not bad. It's not like tater. I'm not like having acid reflux, just some burpage a little bit. Yeah, so he came up with this idea, get a round tent, he says, and a sleeping pad, and he's going to take it on the Honda Goldwing, and he's going to do some trips in Florida to do camping. Matter of fact, I think this was one of the ideas I recommended for Tim back when in the summer or something when his channel is floundering. Yeah. So I guess he's going to take my advice and try to make this happen. He says a Christmas trip is coming up on the Goldwing. Oh, by the way, he also thanked the troll videos, the trollers, for helping his channel. Huh? Yeah, and he reiterated to make sure, he's like, he can't figure it out why his subscribers are down. He reiterated, make sure you check your subscriptions. Make sure you do everything, folks. You got to do all this stuff. Subscribe. Follow. It's not just, it doesn't cost any money to subscribe. It's called follow. Follow me. You just hit the subscribe button. And he said, hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. Doesn't cost any money, folks. Huh. So, yeah, he's teasing with this Goldwing trip. And get this. He says in the, I guess, when's he going to do this? In the summertime, when it's warmer. You can't do it this time of year. He's teasing us a Michigan, up by the Great Lakes, of Michigan, or Adirondack, New York, up where Teddy lives, and Miss Jolene. He's teasing us with a Goldwing trip all the way up to the Adirondacks or Michigan. Yeah. Something by my eye here. Oh, yeah, I got to watch it because I caught hot peppers and the capsaicin gets on my finger, and what I should do, I've already washed my hands a few times, but my eye is much better, thank God. It looked like I was punched by Tater, some of my videos before. Like, what the heck's going on here? It's one thing after another, guys. If I'm not sick, I'm stuck indoors here. This is so bad. I feel like I'm in a nursing home. Yeah, I'm going to have to hire a helper to take care of me. That's how bad it's getting. Man. So, okay, I got more Tim. There's more Tim nonsense here. How am I doing? Okay, I'm doing okay for time. I'm trying to break my vids up now and keep them compact, and to the point. And that way, if you want to see Tater, you watch Tater. You want to see Tim, you watch Tim. The different topics I'm doing. Yeah. If I do my own videos, some cooking or whatnot, whatever I do. Actually, I got a diesel heater I want to run. Do some experiments with that. If I get the energy level up, you're going to see that. So my own videos, I'll put up with the topic. I'll put them up, each video, separate topic. Yeah, it's an eclectic channel, folks. Yeah, hopefully I can keep it going. I mean, I got a lot of work to do. So when I do work, I got footage. So I even have some beach footage I got to put up. It's in the camera, in this iPhone. It's great footage. I forgot to put it up from the summer. But I'll try to post stuff, especially since the channel's monetized. I'll try, it will motivate me to like put video out like every day, at least put 1 or 2 vids. I feel obligated now. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Once you get paid for something, you start prioritizing it. You're like, okay, this is what they want me to do. You gotta be like, okay, we got a lot of people trying to call me, friends and stuff. I gotta set the time, call back people I haven't talked to in a while. Work on, do the videos instead of maybe talking to friends on the phone. Things like that. You got to prioritize, set your goals, Yeah. Focus on wellness. Focus on getting sleep. Wellness month on the channel. Okay, so here's this is the biggest load of manure. Tim opened a box on his video this evening, or from today, I guess. He claims it was sent by a subscriber. I seriously doubt this guy. I think he's making this whole thing up. There is a card that came in the box. He read it on the air. The outside of the card just said Baker, and it looked like Tim's writing. Yeah. How pathetic is this? Yeah, I'm starting to catch on to the stuff he does now. I can tell you. I can tell why. First of all, he doesn't post his address. He never says, fans, send me a Christmas card or something like that. In the past, he would set up a P.O. box if he wanted to get like gifts or correspondence. He hasn't done that. Yeah, magically, this particular subscriber was able to send him a package. And he decides to open it up on air. And what's in it? Just what he's been asking for, what he's been boasting about. Fruitcake. Yeah, a special fruitcake called a Claxton cake. And that's exactly what he talks about on his channel all the time. What reminds him of Christmas. And they gave him a special Starbucks Christmas blend coffee to brew. Yeah. And they put like I said, there was a card in there that was one of them 50-cent cards or a discount Christmas card. I think Tim filled it out himself. Yep. He wanted this. He saw the Starbucks Christmas coffee. He wanted to try that on the channel. And he wanted the fruitcake. He bought it himself. And he pretended that someone sent it to him. Huh. How crazy is that? And then, this is the other one that takes the cake. He claims that he sold 2 pairs of his used shoes, Nike sneakers. 2 pairs for a deuce. And that would be $200, folks. This is some manure. Who's going to buy your used sneakers and give you that much cash? $200. 2 pairs of shoes. It's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life, that he's selling these shoes. No, you know what? I'm going to tell you what the deal is. He returned those shoes and he got back his $200. He returned them at the stores wherever he bought them at. He just doesn't want to say that because he's getting a bad reputation of returning stuff everywhere. So he made up another fake story that some guy, some chump, paid him $200 cash for used sneakers. Huh. Yeah, that's what's going on here with Timbo, guys. We'll see what materializes. Is he actually going to use this damn tent? Is he actually going to make this trip happen? I don't know, man. He's got to keep... I know the pressure that they all... Yeah, I feel it. If you have a YouTube channel, you got to keep coming up with stuff to do. And especially, Tim doesn't do commentary on other channels or anything like that. So he's got to produce all this content has to be crafted up. Yeah. He's got to utilize it. Whatever's going on. Someone's putting a gazebo up, you got to film it. You want to show a different kind of coffee on the channel, you got to make it happen. All this stuff, right? Who knows? Well, in closing here, guys, being that it's Wellness Month on the channel, I'm jamming the gears again. I'm switching them, and it's not a smooth transition. We're going from talking Tim now to a few things about health, but I got great news for you. I have this whole article here, and it's saying that dark chocolate could help slow down biological aging. It's the best damn news I've heard all day. Yeah, it said a new study investigates a compound called theobromine, which is found predominantly in chocolate. Participants with the highest blood levels of this compound had signs that their biological age was advancing more slowly. Although the results are preliminary, experts believe they warrant further exploration. Theobromine is found in cocoa and to a lesser extent in coffee. It is chemically similar to caffeine, but does not have such a pronounced stimulant effect. Interesting. And they found that this theobromine is bioactive phytochemical, meaning it comes from a plant. It can influence the human physiology. This is great. Yeah. The compound is a major component of cocoa beans, comprising around 3.3% by weight. It's molecularly similar to caffeine and shares some of its effects, but they said it's not as much of a stimulant. It doesn't break through the blood-brain barrier as much. It's more gentle on the central nervous system as a stimulant because of that. This theobromine is toxic to humans in high doses, but not at the levels normally consumed, which is why chocolate is safe for humans. For cats, dogs, it's a different story though, because they metabolize the compound more slowly. It can build up and become toxic more easily. Interesting. That's pretty amazing, huh? I know, I've heard that chocolate's bad for dogs. They could die from it. They also explain how the research shows that alkaloids like the theobromine can influence epigenetics. Epigenetic deregulation is a key hallmark of aging. Yeah, that's what they say, your epigenetic clock. It's telling you your biological age, not your chronological age. And they're saying you can have somebody that's 80 years old, but they actually have a biological age of like 60. And you could also have that vice versa. Someone could be 60 years old and have a biological age of 85 or something like that if they don't take care of themselves. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? Yeah. So in other words, this thing can help program your body to live a long time. A biomarker of aging is telomere length. That's like at the end of your DNA is how much material there is. Yeah. If your telomeres are short, that's a sign of like old age. Scientists use this as a marker of biological age, and as we age, our telomeres grow shorter. Yeah. Interesting stuff, right? This sounds good. Oh, here's one thing. They said many chocolate products are highly processed and contain a rift of additives, including large amounts of simple sugars. Yeah. So really the best thing you can do, we're talking about like eating, if you can get the raw cocoa powder, can put it in coffee. I was doing that because if it's pure cocoa powder, it's not sugar. So that's something to try. Yeah. If you buy a chocolate bar, you want it one that's at least 70% cocoa. Yum. Chocolate is also rich in iron, magnesium, copper, manganese, and other micronutrients. Pretty good. Best news I've heard all day, guys. I'm not going to read that entire article. I just summed up the important facts for you guys. You can Google it if you want to geek out and read through every detail in here. Yeah, a lot of it is really dry. Oh, I hear some bird complaints. All right, guys, I think that's things are wrapping up here in the newsroom this evening. Yeah, I'll try to get this thing uploaded. Got the tank going back there. Try to stay warm. I can't believe how damn cold. They said tonight, Long Island, New York, where I am, it's getting down to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Damn. It's terrible. Terrible stuff. I'll probably just be in for the night. I think that's the best course of action. And maybe after I cleared those cars off, maybe it will melt off tomorrow when the sun's out. I'll go out there and try to do more stuff. Yep. All right, guys. Hey, I hope everyone has a great morning probably by the time you see this, or a great night. Yeah. Hit the thumbs up. Your friend, New York Dan. We'll be back soon with some other videos. Over and out.